Namaste everyone, and we will continue our study of the Vishnu Sahastranam with the 61st verse, along with the related verses from Bhagavad Gita. And the 61st verse reads, Sudhanva khanda parsu, Sudhanva khanda parsu, daruno dravina pradam. Divas Pruka Sarvadrukka Vyasa, Vachaspatir Yogija. There are 7 names. At the first glance, they appear very difficult to even remember, no? But we will go in the depth and it will give profound meaning what it means. So Sudhanva, that is the first name. Sudhanva, it is a name, one of the names of Lord Vishnu, the one who has a glorious bow, that bow and arrow, the one who carries this dhanu. Dhanu means a dhanusya or a bow, arrow and bow. So that bow. So, and the prefix su makes anything beautiful or powerful or unique. Anything which is unique or glorious or with a special divine qualities, we add word su, like a thought, vichar. We say, if we add su vichara, it's like karma, su kruta, su krutino. So word su makes everything better. No, su krutino. So like that. Word du means opposite, means bad. So duskrutino, duryodhana, like that. No, so the word prefix do makes it negative or negative qualities, so makes positive quality. So the Lord who has a bow which is very special, and Lord always carried with him, as a Lord Vishnu, as a Rama Avtara, he carried that. All our divinities have the weapons with them, you know, like Hanumanji has a mace, and Lord Krishna has this Sudarshan Chakra. This is probably symbolic that they want to be the guards of the society, or that is against anything adharma or evil. So probably in those times there was a lot of negative things happening. As in Rama Avtara, he had to go in exile, and he came across many demons, and Krishna came across many demons and negative forces, and one by one he took care of them. So God stands for dharma, and wherever there is adharma, he wants to delete that. So anybody who is a hindrance to dharma is in the bad books of Lord Krishna, and he means our Lord. So this Dhanusya is a symbolic that, you know, be careful, you know, that the God who is an ocean of mercy can be very strict with the people who messes up his creation. So that is a word Sudhanva. So that is the name of that bow was Saranga. So that's why Lord is also known as Saranga Pani. Pani means hand. The one who has a bow in his hand. Sarang Pani, Sarang Pati, that is Sarangadhar. These are the other names of Lord related to this carrying his bow with him. So that is the meaning of Sudhanva. The next name is Khanda Parusu. Khanda Parsu. Khanda is made up of 2 words. Khanda Parsu. Khand means slicing, destroying, slicing. Khanda Parsu. Parsu is an axe. This name comes from Parsuram Avtara. There out of 1,000 names, there are about 20 names in Vishnu Sahastranam related to different avtaras. We have seen many of them so far. So like we studied about Krishna, we use Gopal, Gopapati, and as a Vaman avatar. So we studied. So that one as a Varaha avatar, so that those names we study now. So they are related to those different avatars, and this one is related to Parsuram avatar. one of the incarnations of Lord Vishnu. There are several of them, no, but the 10 are major ones, and as the names which will come one by one is about 20 names related to those avatars. So in Parsuram avatar, he carried this weapon called axe, and which is invincible axe, and he Avatara comes to destroy the evil. And that time he destroyed those Kshatriya kings who were very arrogant, very nasty, very cruel, and he deleted them. So that Avatara is Parsuram Avatara. He was short-tempered in that Avatara, and he did a lot of cleaning of the world, what we call, or removing the negative forces from the person. So that is the name comes from Khand Parsu. Khand means slicing. He wouldn't spare anybody, if they are evil. It's like a surgeon. You try everything. If everything doesn't work and the leg is getting gangrenous, surgeon is merciless. He covers the gangrenous part and cuts with the saw the leg and throws it in the dustbin and doesn't look at it. But before that, they will try everything to salvage the leg. So similarly, God tries everything, and when everything fails, we saw it in Puranas and everywhere. That Lord Krishna tried everything against Duryodhana to convince him. He went on his own to explain to him, and when he was beyond repair, beyond any virtues left in him, that is the time Lord Krishna made Arjuna to kill Duryodhana. Not only Duryodhana, anybody who was supporting him. So we have to be careful. If we are supporter of evil, we are equally liable or party to the evil. No. So that's why the Lord Krishna in Mahabharata, he made Arjuna kill even the great people like Bhishma Pitama, Karna, Ashwatthama. They were all the great people, Dronacharya, but they were supporting full-heartedly to Duryodhana and the evil in the society. That's why. So bad doers, supporter of bad doers, God is against them. So that we have to be very careful. No? That name comes from Parsuram Avatara. The next name is Daruna. The Aruna means fierce, very fierce, so that and cruel to who to the wrongdoers. He is an ocean of mercy for his devotees and good doers. But those who are bad doers, he is merciless because he has to run all this show. That is called Daruna. So we studied this name when we were talking about Nrusi Avatar. So there it says that Bhadram means good, and Bhishanam Bhadra. In one sentence they put Bhishanam Bhadra. Bhishanam means very fierce and merciless, and Bhadra means auspicious, ocean of mercy, and he showers all the goodies on the devotees and good doers. So Vishanam Bhadra. So God is both. So those who stand for dharmas, he is all for you. No? So that's why we read this sloka. Yatra dharmo tatha Krishna, tatra Krishna. Yato dharma tato Krishna. Yato Krishna tato jaya. Wherever there is dharma, there is Krishna. Wherever there is Krishna, there is jaya, means victory, glorious things, everything good will happen. So that is that God clearly emphasized that this is his laws. like we discussed before, the universe, the Jagat, means physical Jagat, rivers, mountains, the air and clouds and all those things, they work on principles of physics. Absolutely unchangeable, absolutely precise. You know? That is on physics. The working of live beings for all of us, it works on law of karma. Only one law. There is nothing else. So on the law of karma, the whole creation and living beings and all beings there, they rotate. If you examine it carefully, you will realize that yes, that is the truth. That's why Tulsidas ji says that karma pradhana vishwakari rakha means whole Vishwa is created by karma. Karma pradhana vishwakari rakha. Jo jas kare so tas paya means whatever you do, you will get. So only one law. No other law, unchangeable. Nobody can influence it. Example. In Krishna Avatara, Mother Devaki asked him, my son, you are the Lord of this universe. You can do anything. Why it took you 13 years to release us from the prison? Why you didn't show up earlier? Then Lord Krishna explains, Mother, so we all have to go through the law of karma. In Rama Avatara, you gave me exile for 14 years. You were Kaikai in that avatar. And you did such a evil role in that avatara. That's why you had to suffer here for 14 years before I came. Then Mother Devaki says, so what happened to Kaushalyaji? He says, no, Kaushalyaji is fine. Kaushalyaji had to suffer the separation from me in a Rama avatar for 14 years. And those 14 years, so Kausalyaji is Mother Jasoda. So I gave her the all back, and as a child in this avatar. So Mother, no one is an exception. So we all will have to go. So don't say, oh, why me? Why me? No, that's a lousy question we are asking, no? So, and it is, this is why, no? So, but we forget that 2 years ago, forget about last birth. So we are very short memory, and God doesn't forget. So they said, in the recent past, means in near present or distant future, you will have to suffer or enjoy all the consequences of whatever you have done. So that is a law of karma. So that is and God says that who monitors? God says, I monitor. I'm within you, and I note everything. Whatever you think, whatever you do, it is all. Not these births, but many births. Wherever you go, I go with you. So we have done these slokas before, no? God explains that in Bhagavad Gita again, that Sukrutino and Duskrutino. Sukrutino means good doers, or those who are virtuous, those who follow the scriptures, those who are kind-hearted and do the right thing. That is Sukrutino. And Duskrutino means they mess up all these laws or all these virtues. They don't care about it. They care about their sensual pleasures, and the property, because you need a prosperity and property to enjoy your sensual desires. So they are concerned about only these two things. So God says that such a being, he describes very nicely in the 16th chapter. 16th chapter is all divine qualities and asuri qualities. So God says, the ahankaram balam darpam. He describes the bad doers, no? And that comes in the 16th chapter, 18th verse, no? So ahankaram balam darpam kamam krodam cha sansrita mam atma par deheshu pradisanto vasuyaka. It enumerates these bad qualities. Those endowed with these things, those possessing these qualities, ahankaram, ego, so much ego, I am something, I am rich and I am powerful and I am senator or whatever. No? So ahankaram, balam, they are very arrogant about their strength, physical strength, mental strength, intellectual strength, this power in the society. So ahankaram, balam, darpam, kamam, Krodham, so desires, anger, kamam, krodham, cha sansrita, mam atma pradehesu, pradisanto abhasuyaka. They harass me sitting in their heart as well as sitting in the others. So these evildoers, out of arrogance, they do everything wrong. Ahankaram balam darpam kamam krodham cha sansrita mamatma pradehesu pradisantu abhasveka. What do I do to them? Now explains, the Lord explains. Tan aham dvisat kruran. Tan means to them. Tan aham dvisata means bad. Dvisata kruran, bad doers. Tan aham dvisata kruran. Sansaresu naradhaman. In the world, they are the worst of the mankind. Sansaresu naradhaman, lowest in the category, naradhaman. What I do to them? Kshipami ajastram asubhaman asurisu eva yonisu. To such being, Arjuna, I whirl them, I rotate them, I throw them. Where? Kshipami. Kshipami means rotation. Kshipami aham ajastram means non-stop I go after them. Kshipami ajastram asubhaman asurisu eva yonisu. In the lower and lower kind of birds I give it to them. So don't think that we go without punishment and we always get human birth. So that is not a guarantee unless we behave and use our free will. Otherwise, those who don't and those arrogant and these people that God described, he says that I put them in lower and lower category. So this time they are human beings, next time they could be monkey, donkey, whatever, and lower and lower. No? And God has millions of choices where he can place us. So it is not at random that we see these things. No? So God tells him, Shipami ajastram asupman asuri sevayam. Asuri yoni ma punna muda janmani mam prapya konte tato ati admam gati. And going through this lower and lower category of birth, they fall further and will never come to me. Asuri yoni mapanna. Asuri yoni apanna. Apanna means getting that. Asurim yoni apanna. Mudha means senseless. Mudha janmani from birth to birth. Mama prapya konte without they can't come to me. Mama prapya. Tato ati ad mam gati. And then they fall. So his laws are infallible laws and they are on autopilot. So we better be on the good side of Lord. And then those who are there, the right doers, they have nothing to worry. And God says, I will take care of you. No, we saw that. Ananya Bhakti, we studied that I will take care of you. I will put a red carpet. I will push the right understanding. When God wants to punish us, he doesn't punish us. There's one nice sloka, I will just translate for you. So that God, like a shepherd, he doesn't come with a stick to straighten you out. He, if he wants to punish somebody, infuses a bad intellect in him or her. So he doesn't come with a stick to punish you. He feeds such a lousy intellect that you will do the wrong thing. You will be subject to the miseries, if you are a wrongdoer. So that is how the Almighty operates and His creation operates. So that is Daruna. So if we are on a bad side, you see, we will see that part of Lord. If you are on a good side, then there is Dravina Prada, next name, Dravina Prada. Dravina means wealth. Prada means the giver. Dravina Prada. Pradhan means to give. No? So, I mean, there's a one who is a giver. Dravina means wealth, all kind of wealth, not only dollar bill, no, all kind of. And we know these words for a long time. How do we know these words? From the age of 5, 10, as we know. Because we do the prayer to the Lord. Tameva mata cha pita tvameva bandhus cha saka tvameva vidya dravinam tvameva. There comes the word dravinam tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. In these words, there are 7 times we chant that Tvameva. Only you, God, only you are my Tvameva, my mother, my father, my brother, my succor, my friend, my money, my wealth. You are everything. So Dravina means wealth. All kind of wealth, not only dollar is only one fragment of a wealth. But otherwise, no, God, when He blesses because of your right doing, then you have plenty of money, power, health, understanding. Most of important understanding, the understanding and satiety. All these things God fills you up, and He fills you up into such an extent that that the other things appear very pale, and you become gifted or enlightened. That is what is called enlightened, and that is the result of a right doing, right reading important, reading or listening, because then only you will know all these things. Otherwise, how will you know? So right reading, right listening, right company, right doing, and then you are eligible for all the blessings of the Lord. So Dravinam, so God will pour this, especially the understanding. So you will understand the scriptures better. You will understand the functioning of the world better. You will try to do everything right, and then the worldly things will start getting fading away. So he does the sublimation of your senses. It is not suppression of senses. It is a sublimation. Means that I don't care about it. So that's what happens to the devotees or seekers. So that is, so God says, whatever you want, I give. It depends upon what you. So the God says in Bhagavad Gita, in the 4th chapter, Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam stateo bhajamyam mama vartmanu vartante manushyaha partha sarvasa. Arjuna, Ye yatha mam prapadyante, the way they come asking for whatever they want. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam stateo bhajamyam. I give them the corresponding reward. If you want a child, you say, I give you a child. If you want money, I give you money. Ye yatha mam prapadyante tam stateva bhajamyam. Mama vartmanu vartante manushyaha partha sarva. So people come from different, all with different desires and different wants. So he is a Dravina Prada, the one who gives wealth or all these resources. As God says that Chaturvida bhajanti mam janasu kritino arjuna arto jignasu artharthi gnani cha bharatarsava. Word by word. Chaturvida, 4 types of people. Chaturvida bhajanti mam. Bhajanti means they come or approach me or seek me. Chaturvida bhajanti mam jana sukritino means good doers. Bad doers will never come to me. Sukritino. Arto, one who is in difficulty. You get a serious COVID in the family to somebody, you will run to the temple and say, okay, save my child or something. Arto Jignasu, the one who is curious, what is all this and what is God and wants to know. Artharthi means he wants something, no, he wants a power, position, money, children, whatever it is, no. So Artharthi. And Gnani cha Bhartava. And the Gnani, the best one is Gnani. Gnani is the one who has understood this, that God is the creator, God is the operator, God is the ultimate truth, and then he goes to God to understand more. That is called Gnani. And God says that kind of seeker or devotee is very dear to me. He is my heart and I am his heart. Tesham gnani nityukta bhaktir visishyate priyo he means he is very dear. He only. Priyo he gnani no atyakam. Yes, such a moment. I am dear to him, he is dear. So that's why they say, very be careful what you ask from God. So just ask for only krupa, nothing else, because rest of the things he knows what you want, you know. So that is Dravina Prada, very, very beautiful name with a profound meaning, you know. So then the next one is a Sarvadrika Vyasa, Diva Spruka. Diva Spruka. Diva means sky. Diva means light. Diva means divinity or brilliance. Diva spruk, touching that. No? Diva spruk, touching the sky, touching the Almighty, touching the consciousness. Very, very subtle thing we are talking about. That is Diva spruka. So when Lord showed him the Vishwarupa darshan to Arjuna, so that time we have discussed this. So that time he showed him that form, the universal form, where the Lord was filling up from earth to the heaven and on all the quadrants. And that time Arjuna describes the Lord. So not everybody is going to see that Vishwarupa darshan, but the one who is all powerful and all pervading, and that is called Divaspruk. So, so that is there are a couple of slokas in 11th chapter if you look at it. So Arjuna bows down to the Lord and salutes the Lord, but only Arjuna does that. The same Vishwarupa, he showed it to Duryodhana. When he went to explain and convince Duryodhana to give it up and just don't get into the war, that time Duryodhana was so arrogant that no, you Gwala, he calls him a cowherd boy. You what the hell you know? So he says that this low IQ cowherd, he doesn't know anything and he's trying to explain to me, and he says arrest him and put the shackles around him, throw him in the jail. He tells his soldiers and assistants. And God smiles and says, try it. And then when they try to approach, he becomes so big and so giant. That is the time he showed Vishwarupa darshan. But Duryodhana did not bow down or sang hymns for Lord Krishna. He was trembling and he could not understand what is happening. So Arjuna, when he saw, because you have to have some substance to understand it. So that time he says, Dhavya prithviyoridhanantarami. Dhavya prithviyoridhanantarami. From earth to heaven. Vyaptam. Vyaptam means you are pervaded. Vyaptam means you are pervading all four quadrants. Dhavya prithviyoridhanantaraptam. Vyaptam tvayakena disascha sarva. Means all quadrants are filled with your presence. No? Drashtvahi tvam. Seeing this, drashtvam pravithanta antaratma. Seeing you this way, I'm palpitation. I'm very disturbed. No, Pravitita Manta. Trutim na vindami samam cha Vishnu. Trutim na vindami samam. I can't be steady. Vindami samam cha. I don't have peace. I see your these universal form where you are touching from the earth to heaven. All four quadrants are filled with your presence. And that presence was not an ordinary one, that was very fierce. He showed him the Rudra Swarupa, the Aruna, simultaneously creation, destruction going on, and very fierce form of Lord. So that is the time he says, this slokas comes in the 11th chapter. No? So that is called Divi Spruk, means touching the divinity or touching the sky. So Divi means sky, touching. Divi means divinity. Divi means pure consciousness. So we want to attain to all those things, and God makes it happen to take you from a limited consciousness to divine consciousness. But it is all with His grace that this thing happens. So how do you know that it is happening? How do you know that we are getting enlightened? I found it out somewhere that when somebody explains and you say that I understood, the moment you say I understood, that means you are enlightened. It's like, I understand the cardiac circuits. So yes, then, yeah, I understand it. That knowledge, understanding, or mathematical problem, or physics, or anything, I understood it. That understanding is also a gift of God, and and when that understanding happens, that I understand that, like we discuss all these divine things, the moment we can say, I understand this, that means you are enlightened. If you have questions and you still work on it till you understand it. When you understand it very clear, you understand the law of karma very clearly, and you have no doubt left, you have understood. That can be called, you are enlightened, means the tube light in the room has gone on. So that is the one of the ways the enlightenment is explained. I understand this. What is the problem then? So that is the we spoke, and the next one is Sarvadrik Vyasa. Sarvadrik Vyasa. There are two names. Sarvadrik means seeing. Sarvadrik Vyasa means Vyas Muni. Vyasji. Sarvadrik Vyasa. So Vyas Muni was an incarnation of Lord. Vyaso Narayana Swayam. Ved Vyasa is Lord Narayana himself in the human form. So that comes in Vibhuti. And the Lord says, Vrushnenam Vasudevo Asmi, Pandavanam Dhananjaya, Muninam Api Aham Vyasa. See, he says that I am Vyasa. So Maharshi means that is Vrushnenam. Vrishni means the clan from which the Lord Krishna came is Vrishni. Vrishninam Vasudeva means Lord Krishna. Vrishninam Vasudeva. Pandavanam Dhananjaya. Of all five Pandavas, I am Dhananjaya, I am Arjuna. Muninam api aham vyasa. Muninam api aham vyasam kavinam musna kavi. And of all the brilliant people, Musna Kavi or Sukracharya. No? So God says that in Vibhuti Yoga. Vibhuti Yoga, he points to the best of the best category. So of all the sages and these rishis, he says Ved Vyasa. So Ved Vyasa was an incarnation of Lord. There is a whole sequence, the way the knowledge comes. It comes from Lord Vishnu, first one creator, from him to Brahmaji. Brahmaji was given all the knowledge of Vedas, imparted. No, he did not have to study. God imparts right away. It's like you download all the numbers, your cell phone like that. He put all the Vedas to Brahmaji. From Brahmaji, it went to Maharshi. It went to Maharshi the Vasishtha. Then to Parasar, to Parasar. And son of Parasar was Ved Vyasa. From Ved Vyasa, and the whole thing continues. So that is Sukadevji. Then comes Sukadevji, and then comes this Gudapada, Govindapada, and Sankaracharya. So this is the sequence of gurus, Guru Parampara, what we call, that this knowledge is being transferred from time immemorial for many, many centuries. And we should thank Sankaracharya ji, Acharya Sankaracharya ji, who single-handedly revived this Sanatana Dharma. In those times, it was so degraded and it was destroyed by so many evil doers and evil things and misunderstood people. So Sanatana Dharma was in tremendous trouble. That's why Sankaracharya did everything to revive. He wrote commentaries on all Upanishads, all Brahma Sutras, and traveled from up and down and right and left of India 3 times on feet and established these muttas. And infused so much of knowledge and so much of commentaries to simplify Brahma Sutra and Puranas and Bhagavad Gita and made it simple and revived it by doing so many efforts to discussion with all the scholars of that time, convincing the people, and that's how we have this dharma came back to us. Sankaracharya is considered as an incarnation of Lord Shiva. That's why at the age of 4 he knew all the Vedas, and 5 he started teaching at the age of 10 or so, and then he imparted knowledge to. And imagine in those days when there was no pen, pencil, no computer, nothing, how to go from east to west 3 times on feet. So they were endowed with divine powers. Otherwise, no, you can't do anything. There were no computers. There was nothing. And still we have the literature in black and white, written and commentaries by Acharya Sankaracharya. Whatever we are talking here in Vishnu Sahastranam is Sankaracharya's commentary. A lot of it is. So he clarified these and revived. So that is Sarvadrik Vyasa. So that's why Vyas Muni is very revered. And his real name was Krishna Dwapada Vyasa. Krishna, because he was also dark in color. So Krishna Dwapada, that is, he was born on an island, deeper from that word comes. And Vyasa was his last name. So that is our great Vyas Muni. So Vyasji is not as ordinary thing, So it is, and to have even the last name is very, you have to be very fortunate, Sarvadrik Vyasa. And the last name is Vachaspati Yonija. There are two names here. Vachaspati Ayonija. Vachaspati means Vacha means speech. Vachaspati means the owner or controller of a speech. Speech is one of the speech is knowledge. Speech is a manifestation, means is a instrument given to us to communicate the knowledge. So speech or knowledge, they are interchangeable. So unless I have a knowledge, there is nothing that I have to say. So Vachaspati, the one who is the boss or who is in charge or guardian of your speech or knowledge, Vachaspati. Ayonija. Ayonija means the one who was not born as a intrauterine birth, no, just one who was self-created. Swayambhu means born on his own, not so that is called Vachaspatir Ayonija. Yoni means uterine or the normal way the human beings or all other enemies. Some as beings they come. That is not that route, not underage, not as not created like human beings are created, but self-created. So Vachaspatir Ayonija. Vachaspati means Lord of the speech. Lord of the speech. So, so that is the other name for one of the names of Lord Vishnu. So these are the 7 names, and why these names? So like Veda Vyasa, he did so much of work that he organized all the Vedas, and Vedas are so extensive, hundreds of thousands of slokas. And he categorized them into Rig Veda, Yajur Veda, Sam Veda, and systematizes. He wrote 18 Puranas, and 2 Itihasa, and so much was done by. And so these are not ordinary human beings; they are divine beings, and they left this black and white material for us. We can doubt it, or we can say, I don't know. That's, yes, you don't know. That is true. But if you want to know, it is all in black and white, and this is the origin of it. This is this is the story behind these 7 names. Things.